That's the best you can do?
No, sir.
Then give me the best you can do.
Yes, sir.
Is that it?
No, sir.
You better work on it.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. Thank you. Sound off.
Right here.
I am Supervisor Covarrubias. On behalf of Chief Owens and Deputy Chief Hawkins, welcome to the United States Border Patrol Academy. You have chosen one of the most rewarding careers as you are here to try and become United States Border Patrol agents. We are one of the most successful and highly recognized federal agencies. We take pride in what we do, and we take honor in being part of this agency. Honor first is our motto, and that is what we stand for. The instructors behind me have earned the right to be called federal agents. Take charge of this formation. Fall out! Move!
Please be seated. Good morning, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the graduation ceremony of Class 1176. My name is Ryan Ellis. I'm a training operations supervisor here at the Academy, and it's my pleasure to be your Master of Ceremonies for today's graduation. First off, I want to welcome all the family and friends who were able to join us today for the first time in about 2 years. Understand that this graduation is just as much for you as it is for this fine class of Border Patrol agents to my left. Please feel free to move about as you need to take photos or otherwise acknowledge your family members. At this time, I would like to introduce the onstage ceremony party. To my front right is Ryan Landrum, Chief Patrol Agent of the United States Border Patrol Academy. And to my front left is Jason Snyder, Chief Patrol Agent of the New Orleans Sector. I would now like to recognize the staff members of the U.S. Border Patrol Academy who were instrumental in the success of this session. Some of these staff members can't be with us today because they're back at the Academy instructing other sessions. Would the staff members please stand as your name is called and remain standing? From the Operations Training Department, Operations Officer Don Watt and Supervisory Border Patrol Agents Roland Renaud and Joshua Barrios. Border Patrol Agents Kimberly Copeland and Darrell Foster. From the Physical Techniques Department, Supervisory Border Patrol Agent Shane Collins and Border Patrol Agent Manny Molina. From the Firearms Training Department, Supervisory Border Patrol Agents Ronald Alsbach and Cody Roberts. Border Patrol Agent Adrian Weavers. From the Driver Training Department, Supervisory Border Patrol Agents Joshua Hogue and Carlos Flores. From the Spanish Training Department, Supervisory Border Patrol Agent Ciro Roman and Border Patrol Agent Juana Cedeno. From the Tactics Training Department, Supervisory Border Patrol Agent Timothy Lightfoot and Border Patrol Agent Andrew Wallachek. And finally, the training technician for this class was Rhonda King. Ladies and gentlemen, the staff of Class 1176. Thank you all. Please be seated. The United States Border Patrol Academy allows family members or influential persons who are current sworn officers the honor of presenting the Border Patrol badge to their graduating relative or mentee. We have 3 guests with us today. I ask that you please stand and remain standing when I call your name. Border Patrol Agent Leonel Hernandez, 2 years of service. Supervisory Border Patrol Agent Humberto Chavira, 15 years of service. And finally, Border Patrol Agent Ricardo Hernandez, 7 years of service. Ladies and gentlemen, please give the special guests of Class 1176 a round of applause. Thank you, gentlemen. Please be seated. Each graduating class selects one of its members to address the audience during the graduation ceremony. Class 1176 has selected Border Patrol Agent Eric Gonzalez. At this time, I would like to ask Agent Gonzalez to come forward and address the audience.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Eric Gonzalez, assigned to Eagle Pass North Station. On behalf of Class 1176, I'd like to give thanks to those of you who are present here on our special day. On July 19th, 46 individuals met and were assigned a number, 1176. At that time, that number didn't hold much significance other than a chronological designation of where we stood amongst the many that came before us and the thousands that will follow. Today, it represents the 23 agents who have completed the process after losing a few to uncontrollable circumstances. Today, we are here side by side through the grace of God, 23 strong and now wiser individuals. Together we have adapted and overcome many hardships throughout these past 6 months. I'd like to quickly recap some of our highlights. Who would have thought that we would be able to successfully perform a counter column? For those of you in the military, you know how long it took you to execute the maneuver. We did it together on day 2. Who would have imagined that non-native Spanish speakers would have a working knowledge of the language, but now we know as we did it together. We have met and some greatly exceeded every single requirement in order to graduate so we could perform the basic Border Patrol functions in support of the American public, and we did it together. We all shared the same anxiousness when it came to OC and ECD exposure, yet we jumped the hurdle together. Although we did these things together, we could not have completed them without guidance, instruction, and motivation. We'd like to recognize those who helped us through our journey and assisted us behind the scenes. We'd like to give a special thank you to our operations lead, Mr. Watt, along with Mr. Renaud and Ms. Copeland. Mr. Watt, you have given us much more than just your time here at the Academy. that even 110% would be an understatement. You gave us everything you possibly could to make us the best agents we could possibly be. With your wisdom and guidance that you shared with us, I have no doubt 1176 will have a great, successful career. We'd also like to thank all the departments that molded us into being who we are today. To our PT instructors, Mr. Molina and Mr. Collins, we thank you very much. PT was an electrifying experience, to say the least. It was hard to find the right words for you both due to the idea that I would have to pay with 3/4 or scissor kicks after this speech, but I'll take the safe self-infliction. In all seriousness, both Alpha and Bravo have overcome many mental boundaries thanks to your constant reminder that we pass out before we tap out and that we are never out of the fight. Class 1176, you know that's right. To our Spanish instructors, Mr. Valdez and Mr. Urrina, muchas gracias, señores. We thank you for your knowledge and insight on what we can expect to hear out on the field. Without your Spanish instruction, I can only imagine the amount of things that could get past us on the field. To our firearms instructors, Mr. Alsbach and Mr. Roberts, we'd like to thank you for the crucial training we have received from you all. Besides making us into great marksmen, we also would like to thank you for making the class of 1176 the best memo writers in the United States of America. If there's two things we could promise you all, it would be that we will always hurry up and get to our points before everyone else. To our tactics instructors, we thank you for sharing your knowledge and wisdom from both the curriculum and on-the-field experiences. Many things were put into perspective with this training, such as concealment and cover, while using the field to our advantage. We strive to utilize and master each detail that you have shared with us and spread the great qualities amongst the United States Border Patrol. To our driving instructors, Mr. Flores and Mr. Hogue, we thank you and your detailers for helping us reach our 100% behind the wheel. From Comstock stories to 4x4 night driving, every single training day was without a doubt one to remember. No obstacle out on the field will be able to stop the class of 1176. We'd also like to give recognition and thanks to Ms. Rhonda King, our training tech, who will be retiring this year. We appreciate your hard work and all you have done for us. Lastly, Class 1176, I'd like to thank you, and I'd like for you to take a moment to thank each other, because without one another, we wouldn't have made it this far, and more importantly, we wouldn't be the Class of 1176. So for the last time, Agent Sketch. 2 feet in, sir. Boom, hold the line, cover the wall. 1176, knock them off, sir. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Agent Gonzalez. It is now my pleasure to introduce you to the Chief Patrol Agent of the Border Patrol Academy, Ryan Landrum. But before I invite Chief Landrum to the lectern, I would like to tell you about him. Chief Landrum entered on duty with the U.S. Border Patrol in September of 2000 as a member of Class 451 at the Isleta Station in the El Paso sector. Chief Landrum has served in many positions throughout his career, including Supervisory Border Patrol Agent in charge, and Assistant Chief, as well as an instructor here at the Border Patrol Academy. He has worked in multiple locations to include the Eagle Pass South Station in the Del Rio sector, the Laredo West Station and Freer Station in the Laredo sector, and the Rio Grande City Station in the Rio Grande Valley sector, as well as U.S. Border Patrol headquarters in Washington, D.C. In 2019, Chief Patrol Agent Landrum served as the Director for Border Security at the National Security Council at the White House. Chief Landrum has earned a bachelor's degree with a minor in public administration from Ashford University. In 2017, he earned a Master of Strategic Studies from the United States Army War College. And finally, Chief Landrum is a 2020 graduate of the DHS Senior Executive Service Candidate Development Program. Ladies and gentlemen, Chief Patrol Agent Ryan Landrum.
Good morning. Everybody hear me okay? Good deal. First of all, welcome to the U.S. Border Patrol Academy in lovely Artesia, New Mexico. I recently entered on duty as the Chief Patrol Agent here, and one of my literally my first order of business was to re-invite our family members of our graduates back into the graduation ceremony. I think you all can probably attest to some of the challenges and trials and tribulations that your graduates went through, but we know, being tenured Border Patrol agents, that you too at home experienced those trials and tribulations along with them, number one, and number two, those trials and tribulations of your own. So From me to you, thank you for giving us your loved ones for about 6 months so that we can prepare them to do the job as effectively as they possibly can on day one. So thank you all for that. Secondly, I have the distinct honor of introducing today's guest speaker. That is Chief Patrol Agent Jason Schneider out of the New Orleans sector. Just for a little bit of context, there are 20 sectors in the U.S. Border Patrol, which means there are 20 chiefs. Chief Schneider is one of those 20 chiefs. Chief Schneider started his career, can I date you, Chief? All right. About 27 years ago in the San Diego sector. From there, he has traveled from San Diego to Buffalo to Holton to headquarters to New Orleans and many, many, many places along the way. Most recently, Chief Schneider participated in the FBI's National Academy. That was about a 3-month course where we go out and kind of broaden and learn other techniques and liaise with other professionals around the country. These are some of the types of opportunities that your graduates may one day also have. So without further ado, I'd like to introduce you to Chief Jason Schneider from the New Orleans sector.
Good morning. I'm humbled and I'm honored to be here today, speaking to the graduating class of 1176 of the United States Border Patrol Academy. Today is a great day, and you should all be proud of your accomplishments. Today is also a great day, as it was said earlier. It marks the first time in almost 2 years that family members of our graduates are able to be with us here today in person and to share in this joyous day. On behalf of Chief Landrum and the entire U.S. Border Patrol Academy staff, we welcome you and we say thank you. Thank you for your patience, your sacrifice, love, and support of your significant others while they've endured the most challenging, rigorous, and demanding law enforcement academy in the world. Graduates, I think you'll agree with me that your journey over the last 6 months hasn't been easy. As a matter of fact, your class has been dubbed one for the ages. You faced a tremendous amount of adversity due to unforeseen circumstances, but you're finally here. The day has come where we pin the badge on your chest and administer the oath of office, as you've earned it. If you recall, when we spoke to each other back in July, one of the topics that I emphasized was your reputation. I stated that was the one thing that you control. Good or bad, it will follow you for the rest of your career. I also stressed the importance of humility, selflessness, being a team player, and showing initiative. In speaking with your lead instructor, Mr. Don Watt, it seems as though the double dozen took my advice to heart as you're sitting here in front of us, getting ready to graduate from the world's premier law enforcement academy. I was told that your mantra over the last 6 months has been togetherness. It's readily apparent that this philosophy was adopted rather quickly, as on day 2, you guys already heard this. Thanks, Mr. Gonzalez, for stealing my thunder. Class 1176 successfully executed a counter column. This is an exercise that usually takes most classes months to master, but not the double dozen. Furthermore, I was pleased to hear that the Band of Brothers, Class 1176, won the marching competition. I mean, think about it. A class that's half the size of most of the other classes here at the Academy. 1176 was the loudest, as you heard, the sharpest, and the most polished. So you ask yourself, how does this happen? Is it luck, or is it something else? In my 27 years of experience in the United States Border Patrol, These accomplishments are a direct result of bona fide leadership. From the top down, it's readily apparent that Class 1176 is chock full of leaders. Starting with your section leaders, Emilio Soria, there's some nicknames in here, also known as Scuba Steve, AKA Flipper, to Walter Sketch, also known as the PT Machine, and just simply Sketch. These men set the tone for Class 1176, and they exemplify what true leadership means. Our agency is starving for hungry leaders who lead and pull from the front. And it comforts me to know that the double dozen, upon graduating today, will be deploying to the field to continue our agency's legacy, steeped in tradition, culture, and rich history. I would also like to acknowledge some other folks, such as Big Cheese, Keepers, Goose, Slider, Static Chubby, Apocalypto, Wee Man, Spider Monkey, and of course, Bandcamp. I see the smiles on your faces, gentlemen. These nicknames are a perfect example of what embodies togetherness, camaraderie, and trust. 6 months ago, a group of strangers formed Class 1176, and today, I'm pleased to report that we're graduating a team, forged together by a common goal of successfully completing the most difficult law enforcement academy in the world. Congratulations. In closing, my ask of you is simple. Build your brand, hone your skills, exercise sound judgment, expand your professional portfolio by volunteering for assignments, especially the undesired ones, as this will get noticed by your peers and your supervisors. Lead by example, lead with moral courage, and lead with humility. Again, your career and reputation are in your hands, and what you make of it, it's up to you. I wish you the best of luck in your careers. Congratulations. Please be safe and watch your six. Honor first.
Thank you, Chiefs Landrum and Schneider, for those inspiring words. We will now move on to the presentation of the awards. First, we would like to recognize the section leaders of Class 1176 with the Border Patrol Academy Award for Leadership. Border Patrol agents Emilio Soria and Walter Sketch, please come forward. The section leader position carries with it a tremendous amount of additional responsibility aside from the same strict training regimen as the rest of the class. The Leadership Award commends the section leaders for their devotion to duty, leadership, demeanor, and professional attitude. Thank you, Agents Soria and Sketch. Our next award is the FLETC Directors Award. The Border Patrol Academy is a joint effort between the United States Border Patrol and the Federal Law Enforcement Training Center. Working together, the two agencies provide the highest level of training available to law enforcement agents. Border Patrol Agent Jeffrey Villavicencio, please come forward. Agent Villavicencio was nominated for this award by his classmates, and the award is being presented by Chief Patrol Agent Ryan Landrum on behalf of the FLETC command staff. Thank you, Agent Villavicencio. The Physical Techniques Award recognizes the graduate with the highest score in the Physical Techniques program. Border Patrol Agent Jacob Brown, please come forward. Due to the physical demands of the position, Border Patrol agents are expected to be in good physical condition. Today's recipient has exceeded these requirements, and his achievement sets an example for others to follow. Thank you, Agent Brown. The Firearms Training Award is awarded to the graduate with the highest score in firearms training. Border Patrol Agent Walter Sketch, please come forward. This award signifies that the graduate has earned the highest firearms qualification score while demonstrating distinction in the efficiency of his service weapon. Thank you, Agent Sketch. The Driver Training Award recognizes the graduate with the highest score in the driver training program. Border Patrol Agent Erlen Bailu, please come forward. Today's recipient far exceeded the challenging requirements and expectations of a novice driver. His performance exemplifies the high level of attention to detail required to operate a motor vehicle safely in emergency situations. Thank you, Agent Bailu. Next, we would like to recognize the graduate with the highest academic achievement score. Border Patrol Agent Jason McAllister, please come forward. This award for academic excellence signifies that the graduate ranks #1 amongst his class in operations, Spanish, and law. Thank you, Agent McAllister. Our final award is the Honor First Award, which is presented on behalf of the staff of the Border Patrol Academy. Border Patrol Agent Emilio Soria, please come forward. This award is given to the individual who embodies the guiding principles of honor and who has demonstrated through his actions a level of integrity and commitment that exemplifies the values of a Border Patrol agent. Thank you, Agent Soria. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in giving a round of applause to the award winners for Class 1176. The graduating class will now be presented with their badge and credentials, signifying they have met the required qualifications needed to become a Border Patrol agent. It is now my honor to turn the podium over to the lead instructor for Class 1176, Operations Officer Don Watt.
Good morning. My name is Operations Officer Don Watt, and I had the distinct privilege of being the lead operations instructor for the graduates of Class 1176. Graduates, please step forward as I read your name to receive your badge and credentials. Homer A. Atkinson. Erlen I. Belu. Jacob W. Brown. Jose A. Carlos Alanis. Javier A. Claudio. Raúl Contreras. Joining Agent Contreras on stage is his mentor, Border Patrol Agent Leonel Hernandez, 2 years of service. Guillermo U. Cortez. Joshua Flores. Eric G. Gonzalez. Pedro F. Hernandez. Joining Agent Hernandez on stage is his mentor, Supervisory Border Patrol Agent Humberto Chavira, 15 years of service. Francisco M. La Raza Stanila. Alexander M. Leonard. Eugene P. Lucila. Jason J. McAllister. Jared M. Nicosia. Rafael Ortega. Jaime Rojas III. Roman Sauceda. Walter F. Sketch. Emilio Soria. Jonathan Vasquez. Jeffrey D. Villavicencio. Maximiliano Zepeda, joining Agent Zepeda on stage as his mentor, Border Patrol Agent Ricardo Z. Hernandez, 7 years of service.
Graduates, please stand and prepare for the oath of office. I'd like to invite Chief Patrol Agent Jason Schneider to administer the oath.
We talked about this earlier, gentlemen, the significance. I ask you to raise your right hand and repeat it after me. I state your name. Do solemnly swear that I will support and defend the Constitution of the United States against all enemies, foreign and domestic, that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the same, that I take this obligation freely without any mental reservation or purpose of evasion, and that I will well and faithfully discharge the duties of the office on which I'm about to enter. So help me God. Congratulations.
Agents, please be seated. In closing, I'd like to thank all the family, friends, and visitors for joining in the celebration of this session's achievement. Ladies and gentlemen, the class 1176 of the Border Patrol Academy.